Welcome back to another top-rated CPA deep dive. This time we're heading over to Laguna Hills, California, to check out a CPA by the name of Kenneth B. Krantz, who has a reputation for making life easier for business owners just like you.
Yeah, that's right. He really focuses on taking the accounting burden off your shoulders so you can get back to doing what you do best, which is building your business.
Okay, I like it. So before we dive into all the specifics of his services and whatnot, can we just start with the basics? Who is this Kenneth B. Krantz? What makes him stand out from the crowd of, other CPAs out there?
Well, he's a certified public accountant and has his own firm in Orange County. But what's interesting is his approach. He's all about building relationships and understanding his clients' priorities, not just crunching numbers.
I see. So more of a personalized approach rather than a one-size-fits-all kind of deal.
Yeah. Exactly. He even says on his website, and I quote, "We actually return phone calls. We care a lot about our clients. We are genuinely happy to see our clients when they come into our office.
Yeah.
And most importantly, we treat our clients like our family."
Treat our clients like family. Huh? It's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
What do you make of that? Do you think it's genuine, or is that just some clever marketing?
Well, it's certainly a way to stand out in a field that's not really known for its warm and fuzzy approach, right?
Yeah.
But, think about it. When you're dealing with something as important as your finances, don't you want to work with someone you feel comfortable with? Someone you can trust?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
But how does that family approach actually translate into a better experience for the client?
Mm-hmm.
Are there concrete examples of how he goes above and beyond for his clients?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we need to take a look at his services to understand that a little better. He offers the full spectrum of accounting services. Tax preparation, financial management. But he seems to emphasize the services that directly help business owners like you free up their time and focus on growth.
Okay, so let's talk about those services. What are some of the standout offerings that caught your eye?
Well, one that comes to mind is new business advisor formation. Especially helpful for entrepreneurs out there. Starting a business can be a minefield, legally and financially. So having someone to guide you through those early stages can be invaluable. He helps you choose the right business structure, set up your accounting systems, and avoid those common pitfalls that can trip up new business owners.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It's like having a seasoned guide as you navigate the uncharted territory of entrepreneurship.
Exactly. And it ties in directly with his goal of, giving you more time to focus on building your business. He also offers business plan development, which is crucial for securing funding or even just clarifying your vision and goals for the business.
Okay, interesting. So it's not just about crunching numbers then. It's about strategic planning and helping you achieve your long-term vision.
Exactly. And it's not just about the big picture either. He's also a certified QuickBooks Pro advisor, which might sound a little mundane, but it's actually incredibly useful for day-to-day operations.
Okay, why is that? Why is being a QuickBooks expert such a big deal?
Well, think about it. QuickBooks is like the lifeblood of many small businesses. It's where you track your income and expenses, you manage payroll, and generate those financial reports. But it can be a really complex system to master. So having someone like Krantz who can optimize your QuickBooks setup, troubleshoot any issues and ensure you're using it effectively can save you a ton of time and headaches.
Okay, so he's not just a CPA. He's like a QuickBooks superhero, swooping in to save the day when your software goes haywire.
Mm-hmm.
But can he actually understand your specific industry? I mean, every business has its own unique challenges and opportunities, right?
Absolutely. And that's where his industry specialization comes in. He focuses on serving several key industries: real estate, construction, media and entertainment, healthcare, and professional services.
So he's not just taking a generic one-size-fits-all approach. He's tailoring his services to the specific needs of businesses in those fields.
Precisely. For example, a real estate developer is going to have vastly different accounting needs than a healthcare provider. By specializing in these industries, Krantz can offer a deeper level of expertise, anticipating challenges, understanding the regulations, and providing those tailored solutions that a general CPA might not be as familiar with.
Right, that's a compelling point. It's like having a CPA who speaks your language, who understands the nuances of your specific business environment.
Exactly. It's about going beyond the basic accounting and providing strategic advice that can help you maximize your profitability and minimize your tax liability within the context of your industry.
Okay, so he seems to have the technical expertise
Mm-hmm.
and the industry knowledge. But what about the human factor? What are clients actually saying about their experience working with Kenneth B. Krantz?
Well, his website has a number of really positive testimonials from clients. One that stood out to me was from Kevin Javid, a business owner who has been with Krantz for over 16 years. He credits Krantz with playing a key role in his business's success, specifically mentioning maximizing earnings and saving on taxes.
16 years. That's a long time to stick with one CPA. That says something about the level of trust and satisfaction he's built.
Yeah, it does. And it's not just about the numbers either. Another testimonial from Michael Sterling, also a business owner, praised Krantz's professionalism, his expertise, and his responsiveness. He even highlighted how Krantz's advice contributed to both his business and personal success.
Interesting. These testimonials definitely paint a positive picture. They seem pretty genuine and relatable, not just some generic marketing fluff.
Yeah, they do. And they reinforce this idea that Krantz is more than just a number cruncher. He's a trusted advisor who's invested in his clients' overall well-being.
Okay, I'm starting to see the appeal here. He's got the expertise, the industry knowledge, and that personal touch. But let's talk about his approach to saving you money on taxes. That's what we all want to know, right?
Right, and that's where things get interesting. He emphasizes utilizing every available tax deduction, credit, or loophole to minimize his client's tax liability.
Tax loophole. Now, that's a phrase that can raise some eyebrows. We're not advocating for anything illegal or unethical here, are we?
Of course not.
Yeah.
But it does raise a good question. What are his methods? And how does he approach that fine line between aggressive tax strategies and staying on the right side of the law?
Yeah, that's a good point. It's all about finding that sweet spot between maximizing your deductions and making sure you're in compliance with the tax code.
Exactly. And that requires a CPA who's both knowledgeable and ethical, someone who understands the intricacies of the tax laws and can apply them in a way that benefits their clients without putting them at risk.
So it sounds like Krantz's approach is about more than just filing your taxes. It's about proactive tax planning, staying ahead of the curve, and finding legitimate ways to minimize your tax burden.
Exactly. He talks about staying up to date on tax law changes throughout the year, anticipating potential challenges, and proactively advising his clients on the best course of action.
Almost like having a dedicated tax watchdog, constantly monitoring the landscape and alerting you to any changes that might affect your bottom line.
Exactly. And that proactive approach can be so valuable, especially in a world where tax laws are constantly evolving.
So it's not just about reacting to changes after they happen. It's about anticipating those changes and positioning your finances in a way that minimizes your tax liability.
Precisely. And that requires a deep understanding of the tax code and the potential impact of future legislation.
This is starting to sound less like a typical CPA and more like a strategic financial advisor who is deeply invested in your long-term success.
Yeah, I think that's a great way to put it. He's not just crunching numbers, he's helping you navigate the complex world of taxes in a way that aligns with your overall financial goals.
Okay, this all sounds very promising, but let's bring it back to our listener for a second. What would you say is the key takeaway here for someone who's considering Kenneth B. Krantz as their CPA?
I think the biggest takeaway is that he's offering more than just basic accounting services. He's positioning himself as a partner in your success, someone who is invested in helping you achieve your business goals by taking that burden of financial management off your shoulders.
So he's not just selling accounting, he's selling peace of mind, the freedom to focus on what you do best, and the confidence that your finances are in those expert hands.
Exactly.
So what are the key takeaways here?
Well, from what we've gathered, Kenneth B. Krantz offers a wide range of accounting and tax and financial management services, tailored to meet the needs of businesses in specific industries.
He seems to really emphasize building those relationships, understanding his clients' priorities, and providing that personalized service that goes beyond just crunching numbers.
Yeah,
You're growing your business, pursuing your passions.
exactly. And that's a message that I think resonates with a lot of entrepreneurs and small business owners who often feel really overwhelmed and stretched thin.
So we've covered a lot about Kenneth B. Krantz. His background, his approach to accounting, his industry expertise, his philosophy on tax savings, even his use of technology. But what's the bottom line here? What's the one thing our listeners should take away if they're considering him as their CPA?
I think the biggest takeaway is that he's not your average CPA. He's not just hiding away in his office crunching numbers. He wants to be that proactive strategic partner, someone who's truly invested in your success, both professionally and personally.
He gets what business owners go through, and he's committed to providing that personalized service that goes beyond just the basic accounting stuff.
And he's not afraid to embrace those new technologies and innovative approaches to make life easier for his clients and help them reach those financial goals.
So if you're looking for a CPA who's more than just a number cruncher, someone who can be a trusted advisor, and a real asset to your business, Kenneth B. Krantz is definitely worth checking out.
And if you're a small business owner, be sure to download his new book, Tax Planning Mastery: Essentials for Small Business Owners. It's full of great advice and strategies to help you minimize your tax liability and maximize your financial success.
I love it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks for listening to another top-rated CPA Deep Dive. We hope you found this exploration of Kenneth B. Krantz and his unique approach to accounting informative and insightful. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of accounting and finance. It's almost like having a dedicated tax strategist on your team, someone who's constantly looking out for your best interests and making sure that you're not leaving any money on the table.
Exactly. That kind of proactive approach can make such a difference, especially for businesses that operate in, dynamic industries
Yep.
with all those complex tax regulations.
It's all great, but let's be realistic for a second. Not everyone can afford to hire a, top-tier CPA like Krantz. What would you say to someone who's on a tighter budget, but still wants to find a CPA who can help them save money on taxes?
That's a really good question. And while it's true that hiring a specialized CPA can be an investment, it's important to remember that the right CPA can often save you more money than they cost. They can help you avoid those costly mistakes, identify deductions that you might have missed, and develop a long-term tax strategy that minimizes your liability.
So it's not just about the upfront cost. It's about the potential return on investment.
Exactly. Think about it like this. If you're trying to save money by doing your own taxes, and you end up making mistakes or missing deductions, it could end up costing you way more in the long run. A skilled CPA can help you navigate the complexities of the tax code and make sure you're taking advantage of every opportunity to reduce your tax burden.
Right. It's like that old saying, penny wise and pound foolish. Trying to save a few bucks by cutting corners on your taxes can sometimes backfire and cost you more in the long run.
Exactly. It's important to weigh those costs and benefits carefully. If you're serious about minimizing your tax liability and maximizing your financial success, investing in a qualified CPA can be one of the smartest decisions you make.
So we've established that finding the right CPA is crucial. And Krantz seems to tick a lot of the boxes, in terms of expertise, industry knowledge, and that proactive approach to tax savings. But what about the more you know? Intangible aspects of the client experience. How does he actually build relationships with his clients? And what kind of atmosphere does he create at his firm?
Well, according to those testimonials on his website, he seems to put a lot of value on building those strong personal relationships with clients. He even goes as far as to say that he treats them like family.
Yeah, we talked about that family approach earlier. It sounds great in theory, but how does that actually translate to a better experience for the client?
It's hard to say for sure without experiencing it firsthand, but it does suggest a level of care and attention that you might not find at a larger, more impersonal firm. It could mean being more accessible to clients, taking the time to really understand their needs, and going the extra mile to help them achieve their goals.
Yeah, it's almost like having a trusted advisor, like a financial confidant who's invested in your success, not just a CPA who's just crunching numbers and sending you an invoice.
Exactly. And for many people, that feeling of trust and connection can be just as important as the technical expertise, especially when you're dealing with something as personal and potentially stressful as your finances.
Absolutely. Having a CPA who you're comfortable with,
Yeah.
who you can trust to have your best interests at heart, can make a world of difference.
Yeah, it's like having a partner.
It's like having a financial partner, someone who's on your team and working alongside you to achieve your goals.
Yeah, and that's a powerful concept because at the end of the day, it's not just about the numbers. It's about the people behind those numbers and the lives they're trying to build.